Hi, Warda. So I can see some beautiful gradation in your design, but I still can see some problems in your design as well. Um, actually, I want to say your design. I think I mentioned a little about the gradation. For example, you have some pathway that doesn't have any gradation within it, or there is no gradation from pathway to pathway, or because well, I think I noticed you kind of add some gradation. For example, here I can see you're trying to like gradate from this darker area into the lighter area, but here, like from the darker area and gradate to the lighter area, but here it's a little bit weird. I mean, a little bit uncomfortable because it seems like from this a little bit lighter middle value gray and gradate to the kind of light wet this value you is because the gradation here it seems like you jumped a few steps between those two like two values around. So here is a little bit uncomfortable. It's a little bit hard for me to see the connection between them. Oh, or you're trying to use this way, right? From darker grade 8 to the lighter. Um, but to some point, it's a little bit uncomfortable. I think because or you can make this part going up a little, or you can um, make this pathway stop at kind of a little kind of similar value like here. It could be like consider like a cohesive like L-shaped pathway because right now um well, I think the reason why I feel weird because to some point, even though they have some kind of high contrast, but it's not super high contrast, I can still read some similarities between those two values here. So if there is no this pathway, I consider here you just want to gradate from darkest to the lightest. So I thought this is like a entire pathway instead of this is on the top of this pathway, or you're gonna make that two pathway totally separated because now it's kind of a little blend in each other. So I think that's the reason why it looks a little bit weird. And here as well, I don't know where to find the rest of the pathway here because it seems like from this is the darkest area and here is just suddenly disappear. And I assume this one's darker and going this way, or like the L shape. Some of your the dark area you have like super high contrast here, like here, high contrast, here high contrast. Um, I think here is a, kind of this area looks really kind of comfortable, but here is still high contrast here. So in that case, it's a it's so easy to cause a figure ground ambiguity problem because the around area that's kind of the light area, but here is just 1 point or something. You got super high, super dark value there, so it's kind of the dark value will consider as the figures on the ground. But I think now they're kind of fine because I can see, for example, here that's from lighter grade 8 to dark, so I can see the trend that your grade 8 back to the dark. So even though they're high contrast, but there should belongs to the dark area value as well. But just want to let you know is could cause a problem. And here as well, high contrast. You can darken this part value, or you need to lighten here's value. So either way, yeah, just let me know if you have any further questions about your work.